Grab a pen and paper for this one if you can. I'll be telling you about some really great recipes to try cooking with your children at the end. Cooking is a fantastic activity to do with children. They learn and practice a whole range of skills, and it gives them an understanding of food and where it all comes from. But even more important than that, it's one of the most fun, therapeutic and interactive activities you can do. Start off with some basic skills. Being able to cook is a great skill to have, and whilst it can sometimes feel a chore to adults, it's an exciting and fun activity for children. It's also a terrific way to get children interested in food in general, or to help children with food issues to feel comfortable with ingredients they don't currently eat. Start by teaching children some very basic skills. Start with buttering a slice of bread. Crack some eggs by tapping the centre of the egg over a rim of a small bowl, and then use your thumbs to pull the two halves apart. What about decorating fairy cakes or biscuits? Kneading and rolling out dough using a rolling pin, or simply cutting shapes out with cookie cutters. You can use a sieve. Just hold it over a large bowl and gently shake, or cut up soft fruit and vegetables such as bananas or courgettes with a non-sharp knife. Grating cheese is excellent, especially if you've got a rotary grater. And crush up biscuits for the bases of cheesecakes. Just pop them in a plastic bag and crush them with a rolling pin. Children love rubbing in butter and flour together to make a crumble topping, or crushing up garlic with a garlic press. They can grease and line cake tins, or mash up bananas with the back of a fork. Or what about potatoes with a potato masher? They'll even peel vegetables with a vegetable peeler. Here's some other simple tips for successful cooking sessions. Choose your recipes carefully. For children under 3, go for something really easy like a simple biscuit recipe or a fresh fruit salad. Nothing that takes too long or is too involved. As children get older, they can concentrate for longer, and you can move on to more complicated dishes and eventually entire meals. Plan ahead. Make sure you have all the ingredients before you embark on a session in the kitchen. Involve the children in selecting the recipe, shopping for the ingredients, making the food, and of course, eating it. It's amazing how children are more likely to eat foods that they've been involved in making themselves. You'll need to allow plenty of time for a cooking session, especially when you've got little helpers in the kitchen. Don't think you can do anything quickly. Things tend to take a long time, so don't squeeze a cooking session in between other activities and play. And you are going to have to expect a mess, even with the neatest of children. But once you're in that messy frame of mind, it's easy to turn a blind eye to the layer of goo developing on the floor. And you can always have a good clear up later, but just allow time for the clear up when you plan the cooking session. And of course, unless you've all got a full change of clothes handy, don't forget aprons for everyone. Now then, decide on some key learning outcomes. We might take it for granted that eggs are laid by chickens, or that sugar, cocoa, rice and flour all come from plants. But children will be amazed to learn just where their food comes from and how it's produced. You can extend the learning by arranging a trip to a local farmer's market, a farm shop, or even better still, a farm where you can pick your own fruit and vegetables. It will really open their eyes to the variety of foods available in the UK. Now for those recipes I mentioned. Here's 4 of our real favourites, and I think you'll enjoy them too. First of all, what about a homemade pizza? There's nothing like the taste of freshly cooked pizza, and once you've got used to making your own, you'll never want to go back to buying frozen pizzas again. Then there's our Weetabix cake. This is a great one for children. They love crushing up the Weetabix. Bread's an old favourite, of course. It's really easy to make and so satisfying. This recipe is so simple, and you can adapt it to make rolls or bread loaves, whichever you prefer. Lastly, our fairy cake recipe, a very basic recipe that will give you all the proportions that you'll need, so you won't have to look them up every time you go to make them. It's that simple. And you can add lemon or cocoa or any other flavours that you like to really make it your own. Now, I want to know how you get on in the kitchen. So if you've got questions, just ask me via the website or drop me a line and let me know that you're having a good, successful cooking time. Above all, go and enjoy cooking together as a family.